There we go. Now we can see people a little better. Good afternoon for all of you, as Kemi said. So happy to see all your smiling faces and all those that have their cameras on and those that don't. It's always so wonderful to see and feel your energy. But before we do anything, can we scan all of you real quick? And let's walk up to the creator of all that is. Everybody take a deep breath in. And close your eyes and gather all the energy from the bottoms of your feet. Go through your space and see yourself in a beautiful ball of light. It can be any color, but take it up through the sky, through the universe, through this series of white lights, dark lights, and golden lights, all the way up through that jelly-like substance and into that tingly white light. Let unconditional love fill every cell of your body, all the way down to your toes. Aren't you there, Creator? Thank you for my life. Take a deep breath in and open your eyes. Today, we get to talk about gratitude and receiving, which is a really great subject. Why?
Why is it a great subject?
I know why it's a great. I know why I like it because we live in an everyday gratitude, every moment of gratitude. But I like to hear when Josh has to say something too. I mean, I could go on and on about gratitude. I love gratitude.
I think there's just a really a good opportunity to kind of see and know your energy and yourself, right? And in our world, we have the opportunity to interact with other energies and other people as we move on our journey. And when we get a chance to have that kind of interaction, we get a chance to have moments. And in those moments, there's lots of choice. So you manifest something and you go finding it or you create it on your journey or it comes in. One of the things about kind of gratitude and receiving is it opens up your perspective about the how or the where.
And I think that when you have gratitude, it allows you to actually bring in more things because you're basically sending out this big call to the universe. Hey, I am grateful for all these things and I can receive more.
And it's kind of funny because when we open class, when I open, I go back to when I was learning how to do the sweat lodge for the Sioux sweat when I was like 17.
Yeah.
And basically, they taught as part of the process of getting ready. So what they do is they take this lodge, and this lodge actually represents like the womb of Mother Earth. And to them, you're crawling into the womb of the earth to give thanks to everything. And when it was time to reset or make things grow forward in your life, you could take every problem you had and you could go put it in there. But before you could go lay everything in there, you just had to be thankful. That was it. Whatever it was, you had to show gratitude for what it was that was going on and what you'd received. And it was such a part of their process that it was from the beginning of building the actual fire to heat the rocks. It had to have gratitude. You had to give thanks to each direction of the earth and how the earth brought it into you. And then as you're building it, you have to give thanks to the way that it's built. And it had to be built with a structure of gratitude so that everybody that would come after could receive and use that same energy in connection. And it's funny because everything in that kind of understanding and culture was about being grateful for everything that you have so that you could receive more of it.
Mm-hmm.
And from the ground up, they were programming it in. This is this one type of sweat. Okay, mom was at another type of sweat when she met Dad Steibel. That was not this same type of sweat lodge. It was a different tribe. And in that different tribe, things were much more brutal and tough and hot, and it had its own kind of vibration. But for me, the kind of beauty of being grateful for everything that's going on, like, those things that you always have. And those things that you always have, we don't always pay attention to how great they are to have in your life. We sometimes lose perspective.
And the essence of what we have in that moment because sometimes we just forget. We go forward all the time looking for the future and like, hey, what are we going to get? What do we need to do? We have that laundry list of things we need to get done. And then we kind of forget what happens in the moment, even the people that we love or appreciate, are grateful for, and we just kind of go, oh, we have to hurry and get these things done. But then we miss those moments, of gratitude, and we don't get to see all those beautiful things that happen every moment.
Yeah, there's just so many gifts. Even when we have difficulty, there's so many things that have been a long time coming. Like when you look at right now, you look at your journeys and we scan and we take a quick peek, and your entire life you have brought with you, right? Everything you've ever done, everything you've ever chosen, every book you've decided to read,
Mhm.
every every post that you made,
Every
or
tear that you've had, every obstacle that you've overcome, everything that you've done, you bring with it and you share it. And it's so beautiful and magical. And that's the best part. Even if you have those moments when it's like you're overcoming them, though, even those things could be learning moments where you can have gratitude for them and then be able to move forward.
and there's a part about releasing. I can be grateful for something and release it and receive something else. That's why gratitude and receiving kind of go hand in hand, because just because you're thankful for something doesn't mean you want more of it. It means you can appreciate it and release it, or you can create more of it. And there's an art to doing both. It's
Oh, yes.
really kind of knowing the power that you have inside of your cells and what you've done on your journey to this point. And I'm sure that when you woke up this morning and clicked the link, you didn't think about all the connected things in your life that led to clicking the link, that led to your desire to have this moment. But those were all choices and connections, some imposed, obviously, and they had the energy of being imposed in your life, and some that you were present in making, but all of them, the whole collection, it led to right now. And you've heard about the butterfly effect and you've heard about these different things. All it takes is changing one of those things, and the whole story is a little different. But it's not. All those things made this story this way. And you have the opportunity to go change things to make a story another way. And the simplest energy to do that is to see and find gratitude. When you're deepest down, the thing that gives you the opportunity to get going is knowing how grateful you are to be you.
And having that hope with that gratitude, because that allows you to really just kind of lift yourself up and just be like, yeah, I'm amazing. It's okay. Things happen. We're human, right? We're human. Everybody goes through things. So if we have those things about ourselves, I mean, we're kind of our biggest judge against anybody else. Sure, everybody knows that things are happening and we are all so kind to each other, but we're our worst critic. And that's when it becomes so much more important to have gratitude for ourselves, for who we are, for all the things that we've overcome and done. And that even if we mess up, it's okay. Does it really matter? No, because we love each other. And it's a world of Team Earth, right? Team Earth.
I like the Team Earth. We gave the Team Earth hug, a hug to
Yes.
them and the Team Earth at the
Well,
same time.
yeah.
But when we manifest and we have that energy of gratitude and we train the vibration of gratitude in our life, it opens up not only our manifestations, but how we're interacting with the energy of every moment. It kind of gives you the perspective of what you're really choosing to receive. You get to choose to receive what comes in. When we say these words, you get to choose to receive what comes in and how you use them going forward. And you don't get to impose how someone else receives them, but you get
So
to
true.
choose the energy that you put it back out with. You get to choose the energy that you do something with. And there's so much awakening of your own power to find the gratitude and your ability to receive things, to find and see the smallest thing in the world, even in some of the more difficult situations. And there's lots of them. We've been in quite a few. We know of many more that we've felt energetically around this world. And there's not always the greatest things all the time.
And sometimes it's really hard just to say thank you with real, true intention of gratitude. Just saying thank you isn't really necessarily gratitude, but having the essence and understanding of real, true feeling of gratitude allows it to be sent out with the same vibration to be brought back to you. And I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're manifesting something and you can't have gratitude for it before you have it, what makes you think that you're going to have gratitude after you have it?
Exactly.
And your cells and your energy is super smart. It knows how you're going to receive something, and it knows what you're working on, the whole picture of where your energy is trying to go. And if you're even not going to receive something with the vibration that's going to make you radiate higher, and you know your beauty, and you know your connection to this time and this place, then why would it add to it? Like if you went to the grocery store and you were looking to buy or pick up bread, and instead you just started throwing candy in the cart, it would be frustrating, right? If you've been with a kid and they're just throwing stuff in the cart and you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, if your energy is doing it because you haven't cultivated gratitude or the ability to receive because of it, well, what are we going to do? And it's not a difficult process. Like take a look at your day, take a look at this moment, and find just a few things that you're thankful for. I mean, finding something you're thankful for, even in the most immense pressure emotionally or environmentally or however you're feeling that pressure, will shift the energy of something.
And people can feel it. You go to the store and you're radiating this gratitude, and just saying hi with a smile can change everything. Here in the United States, we're getting ready to celebrate this thing called Thanksgiving. Whatever, it's a holiday, but everybody is hustling and bustling about everywhere and not really being very loving and kind to each other because they're so busy and so focused on their own families and getting everything done, that they kind of forget about the people that are working there, taking care of all their groceries going through. And you can see it, they're wearing it. And it's overcoming and overwhelming for them. And just taking 5 minutes just to stop, take a deep breath and tell them hi, how are you doing? Or you're doing amazing. Anything to make help them feel can lift them for the rest of the day. And we had a lady that we went through, just saw yesterday, that said the same thing because we had gone through, I bought a magazine and we had a little conversation about this magazine. And she was really cute about it, but she didn't forget. She didn't forget the feeling that she had. You don't forget the feeling when you have somebody that comes up to you and has you feel good, makes you feel like you're important and seen and noticed, and that you're appreciated for what you do. And this was a no different of a situation. She felt seen and appreciated. And I was grateful for what she was doing because it's not easy to be in there dealing with all of those people and all of their emotions and everything that's going on all the time. It's hard. And we have to do that every day. We do that. We can choose to have gratitude in the moment and radiate how amazing you all are, or not.
Yeah, and when we choose not, it kind of creates its own thing and we get lost in some lower vibrations. And getting lost in those lower vibrations is something we've all experienced. You've already experienced it, just as we mentioned it. And you already have moments coming into yourselves wanting with gratitude from it because they were so overwhelming. There's not always the easiest choices that go on around us or are resonating inside of different things. When you go through those moments, it's from experience that we know to tell you, open yourself up to gratitude and receiving. Take 3 deep breaths and take a look around and see what you gained instead of what you lost. Because we lose things move forward in time. We never have the same moment again. We just lost the last 10 minutes. They're gone.
But what did you gain? What did you gain in the last 10 minutes? That's up to you, your interpretation, and everything that's been going on inside of you your whole life. You can choose to change it or not.
So you get to decide if something's lost or if something contributes to who you want to be and you incorporate it. And it's a very simple little kind of decision that you're making inside yourselves. Because at any time on this journey, we can just give up. We can stop creating and stop moving forward and stop doing things, but it's not a way to get out of things. Because if you give up, there's this understanding that our energy is made from a time and place before that we came here to do certain things, and then you have to do them again, but harder. The second time is more difficult, and the third time more difficult because the universe knocks quietly. Even with your manifestations, your big ones, it knocks very quietly. Thank you. Oh, you translators.
You're so cute. I love it. You do such a good
They
job.
were all knocking.
We love you guys.
But it's usually a very quiet energy. Like you go up and manifest, I don't want to be in this situation anymore. And the going along, your cells communicate and it creates, and you get a very gentle, how are you doing from a stranger? An opportunity to talk about what's going on and make energetic shifts. And you go, well, I don't want to talk to a stranger. Why would I talk to a stranger? They don't really want to know my problems. So you move past it. And then you manifest again, or your cells work on it again, or you're creating something to make it happen again, and the universe knocks a little louder.
That was definitely louder.
And then we walk into that a little bit louder and we're focused in not on the energy of gratitude and receiving, like what's here? What am I thankful for? What can I see? We're too locked in on what's wrong. We're too locked in on it's never going to change. We're locked in on this is too overwhelming, all these little vibrations. And we walk past that one. No, our son came and sat on the couch a month and a half ago.
Hmm.
And his mom was coming, had told him a month and a half ago she had decided to come and visit him in Montana for the very first time.
Mhm.
She was coming on Thanksgiving. And when he got the phone call, he wondered what just happened because he doesn't have a really great relationship yet. He's working on it. He's trying to forgive some things, but he assumed everybody knew that. He's been married for several years. He's got little ones. And in that moment of all those things that are going on, instead of saying, I don't know if I can handle this, and talking to people, knowing that they're around and that he can still be grateful for the people in his life to solve the situation, he said, okay, we'll see then. And then he called us. Then he
And
came over. He came over. Oh, wow. Even the they
I
did a
know
good
they
job.
did great.
And when he sat on the couch, we started talking about why he couldn't communicate and we cleared it just like we do with all other belief work stuff. Like, what do you want to communicate? And of course, he had this giant fear. Well, I don't want to influence my children's lives or their relationship.
But as we know, we're all energy, right? We're always influencing things all the time. We're always communicating, whether we're saying it outwardly or anything. We're wireless communicators, saying things to everybody. We're
So
energy.
that's what we said. Hey, what makes you think you're not communicating now? You think they don't understand that you're overwhelmed and you have anxiety and you have all these things, and you think they don't feel that? You think that's a better energy to grit your teeth and go through and let them see a version of you having that energy and her having that energy just in their life and in their house out of the blue? He pauses for a second. And I said, at what point did you think that there was no understanding beyond your words? He thinks a little further. And then we say, and we'll take it one step further. When's the first time you had an opportunity to change this energy? When's the first time you had a chance to communicate in your current relationship and even to that person your feelings and your needs? And just like we talked right here, it was that real soft knock. He had a chance when he was younger, he couldn't say it. And his problem was he couldn't communicate. And because he couldn't communicate, it spilled over into lower vibrational things filled with resentment and hatred. So instead of being able to see what to be grateful for and how to receive something, his energy felt stuck and overwhelmed. And it got louder and louder and louder. And so our point was it's this loud now. If you choose to ignore it, how loud is it going to be next time? Because this is what you're asking for. You're asking to change these things. You're asking to do these things. And when it shows up, instead of welcoming it and saying, oh, I'm so thankful, I'm ready to receive this in my life, you're pushing it away. and then asking for it again. It gets very confusing. So pretty soon that door is being pounded on by the world around you. Okay.
So cute.
You said you wanted this. And they're like, oh, look, there it is. It's finally here. It's been there for a long time. But if you don't have gratitude and the ability to see what gratitude lets you receive in your life, you don't recognize them. So, as an intuitive, this little tool helps you kind of see the thread that connects different moments. And as you develop it within yourself, it lets you see how you're a thread that connects different moments.
So true.
And you can be grateful for yourself arriving in those moments. And you can bring an energy that you want people to be able to receive from you in the harmony of what you're trying to create on your journey. You get that choice. You wake up this morning and we get to choose how to do things.
Every day, we get to choose how we think about ourselves. We think about the moment. We think about this right now. We think about the words that are being said. And if something triggers you, you get a choice. You get to be grateful and say, oh, let me write this one down. I can choose to change this. I am so grateful that came up and triggered me.
Or you can even be grateful for the emotion.
Yeah,
I
or
mean,
that
I know
too.
lots of people who are just grateful to be angry.
That's
I'm
true.
just really grateful that I'm angry right now. It makes me feel whatever. Okay, cool. Good for you. It's a weave of your energy in creating things.
But it really does start with you understanding you. That's the
And
best part.
you kind of move that ownership in different ways and you allow yourself to move into those situations, then you allow yourself to grow and connect in a way that you can move past moments and create different ones. You know, we are so blessed to have that ability in our life because it lets us move from moment to moment. And we have so many stories because we knew how to not stay stuck anywhere.
So true.
We knew how to connect and find the good things and receive what blessings are there and build.
But I can't say it was always that way. When I was younger, it was definitely not that way of always just finding the blessings and then moving forward. I had some things where I definitely was like, I'm moving forward because I'm mad. How could you do this way? And then I realized I don't have to keep keeping that low vibration with me. I can change it. It's okay to have gratitude all the time. There was a program that said if I'm too happy, I won't get the things I want in my life, and I had to change it.
I just realized that we get to watch It's a Wonderful Life.
That's true. It's that time of year.
It's one of my favorite movies because the person doesn't or loses all their gratitude and the ability to receive and thinks they've had nothing. And then at the very end, when he realizes that he doesn't want a different life and he didn't want to be somebody else, everybody shows him how grateful they are for him in their life, and it solves the problem. Such a beautiful movie, but it's very true.
Sometimes we don't see the great things that we do to help other people, and we don't really give the gratitude to ourselves. But all the other people, like Josh was saying in the end of this movie, were there. They were there for this person to show all the things that he did to help. They were there as a big group, Team Earth, right?
Sometimes we need those big things to know our value because we give it away or we lose it within ourselves. We think of one decision or one moment, and those things come to define our own perspective. When you look at yourself in the mirror or you look at yourself somewhere, they are the way that you define yourself. And instead of knowing that you did the best you could with the information that you had and having gratitude for new information, you take that information and let it leave you feeling lower than you really are. The truth is, all of you, all the whole world is a very beautiful collection of energies, each designed to be truly unique, each designed to do their own thing, which means inside of each one of you is true beauty and magic. And the truest beauty and magic that's there is being you, figuring out how to communicate who that is in this world. And the more we grow and communicate that to this world, the more we fit. Look, if you're just looking for a place to find time where you can enjoy certain things and you just want to work this amount of time and enjoy this amount of time, that's okay. There's lots of people that way. The things that bring that connection to this world, the faster we realize it, the more we see how much we rely on each other, and the more we see how big of a fit we are. You know, if anything happens in any one of these places that we're all talking right now, it affects every place that we're all talking right now. Anything, any minor disruption, because we have a global economy. Those things make things go up and down and move things right because we rely on dock workers and electricians and computer people and supply chain individuals that we've never met to provide our world the way that we know it. Each one of us has a reliance on an individual energy that has never, ever walked in front of you. And they give you something every day. They give you time, they give you effort, they put their heart out there to try to solve their problem. What are they trying to solve? All kinds of problems. Some people are trying to solve how to put food on the table. Some people are trying to solve how to want to get up in the morning. Some people are trying to solve how to find love in this world. Some people are trying to solve how to have more friends in this world. Some people are trying to solve how to deal with people who aren't very grateful for what they're doing in life.
Some people are just trying to find acceptance and feel gratitude for themselves.
When you know the energy that you have and you use it to be impactful, the universe gives you more of your connection and more of your energy to impact with. And if you especially choose higher vibrational things and you start to radiate with that, then you get a chance to be real vibrational change everywhere you go.
Can we download that you can be a vibrational change to everybody and you can feel it within yourself and receive it back? Is that okay? Would you like some more downloads?
Sure.
Cool.
Would you like to know what it feels like to be able to see and view your connection to your moments in time with gratitude and the ability to receive the gifts that the creator of all that is and that this universe has to offer you?
Of course, if you like those downloads, say yes, put your thumb up, nod your head, whatever. Love it.
Small challenge for you before we get a chance to talk to you guys again. Just a little one. First, on the gratitude side, before the challenge, you guys should know there's some cool stuff coming, including Raina's going to be launching her first kind of connection of classes that she's created that are specifically to help the feminine energy clear a whole bunch of stuff and radiate
Right.
their truth.
It's going to be an 8-week, 30-minute webinar. It's be really fun in the new year, and it's going to.
I'm really excited because she's taking this huge step to do something where she's just going to teach.
Yeah, which I don't do very often. So be fun.
And here's the challenge. Today, find 8 things.
8. You can do 8.
8 things.
Yeah.
That you're grateful for inside of your journey. And some of you probably know this challenge because my sister uses it all the time.
She does. And I hope one of those things that's on your gratitude list is you, because we are so grateful for each one of you.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Josh and Rena, but
I mean,
you too. I mean, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's a total joke. But because I like to be playful.
Yes.
It should be you. It should be
It
you.
should. Because you are beautiful and amazing. And we want to make sure you know that.
Should be at the top of your list.
Yes.
And if it's not at the top of your list, then you should do some belief work.
And find out why.
Which, in my opinion, is on the list. I'm very grateful for belief work every day.
Me
It's part
too.
of my initial 8 It's part
Me
of my
too.
8 I write every day. I love belief work. It is my favorite.
Just because it helps you attune to yourself and know who you are so much better. I love it.
But once you get the first 8 done today, then tomorrow you open it up and take a look at those 8 things you're grateful for. And then you add to it. Each day, try to add something to your gratitude list. My gratitude list is very long.
Oh,
Yours?
yes.
I've
Every day I think of something that I can be grateful for every day. Even if it wasn't the best moment ever, I can find the best in the moment. That's the best part.
well, mom brought this down and challenged us all to start doing it, what, 7 or 8 years ago now?
Mm,
Yeah, 7 or 8 years ago. And I know that we both have found something new every day.
of course.
Something new, some moment, connection, person every day to add to that list.
So we hope that you can do the same. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We appreciate you. It's been a lot of fun.
I've enjoyed it. You've
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
I always
You
do.
want to send them a little extra unconditional love?
Yes, maybe send you some extra unconditional love. That way you know how to use it because you know it's coming in. Beautiful. Thank you, interpreters, so much for finding all the words to make sure that you could work with both of us. I mean, we know Josh talks so fast.
What?
We
I thought I
appreciate
was the
you.
one who used the words that are sort of just out there, randomly pulled from the ethers. I get both today. I get to talk fast and use different sentence
That's
structures.
right. It's a good thing. Thank you so much for being here. We hope you have an amazing evening. We'll see you guys next time.
Hi, Taru.
Bye, everyone.